Welcome to my review of the Ci-Fotto LED Video Light 3-pack, which includes the 3 light stands as well as 3 of the square LEDs. A bunch of these card filters that are translucent so you can change the color of the LEDs, as well as ball head tripod mounts on top of these light stands. This is a plug-and-play set that's rated to be able to increase and decrease the brightness using the built-in controller module. It only takes up 10 watts of power. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look at these light stands and the lights. First up, we have these light stands, which are quite lightweight. No pun intended there, but they are made out of metal, but have a lot of these plastic parts along each of the knobs to be able to increase and decrease the height of the stands, as well as adjust whether the stands open and close. It's also nice to see that it includes a standard style light stand head, which has doubling usage, being able to have it mount on a 1/4-inch tripod thread as well. One of the things I don't like off the top is this type of arrangement, which has metal bars that go across the light stand. It is pretty typical, but again, these bars are a little sharp, so a little bit careful when you're opening and closing these, but it does fan out quite a bit. In fact, this is kind of the typical arrangement that you want to have the light stand configured in. Although it's made out of lightweight aluminum, when I shake this around, it's not really going anywhere, so it is fairly durable, and I do expect this to hold up the lights quite nicely and firmly without kind of tipping over. And I'm kind of putting a lot of pressure on this, which you won't really be doing, but using it for the included LED lights should be perfectly fine. They are adjustable anywhere from 26 inches to 48 inches. Ball heads mount seamlessly on top, just using that 1/4-inch tripod screw, so that is really nice to see. And it is pretty nice, decent quality ball head, and with a plastic style instead of the traditional rubber, which kind of wears out easily. These, I think, should hold up quite well for heavy usage, but they are kind of standard ball heads. Now that we have the light stand assembled, let's go ahead and take a look at one of these LED panels. Essentially, a 1/2-inch by 3.8-inch wide LED units, and are rated for 5600 Kelvin, which is a pretty bright white type of LED, but again, you can change it using the included color filters that easily slide in. The overall build quality of these panels are pretty nice. I think they're mostly made out of plastic and they are pretty lightweight, but do hold up quite well. And I really like this textured finish that's on the back of these units. Again, they're rated for 10 watts and require USB 5-volt 2 amps, so that's pretty typical of these kinds of lights. We'll need a cell phone charger or USB brick because it does not include one, so that is a bit of a downside. But again, it does have that nice ventilation on the back so that the panels don't get hot, and they do have a pretty nice diffuser that slides out on the front of the unit, and there you can see the individual LEDs on the inside. If we take a closer look at that, and this is kind of what the panel looks like on the inside. Again, you can remove this front diffuser panel in order to be able to get the raw light output, but that will cast a lot of shadows and it will be quite bright and harsh in terms of the light, so it's nice to see that they include that plastic tab at the bottom that you can easily slide the diffuser in and out of. 1/4-inch standard tripod thread in order to basically attach this on top, and then you have the built-in cable, which is not removable. It is a pretty nice build quality overall. So I've gone ahead and plugged in one of these light panels, and as you'll notice, it is pretty bright on the default setting. It does go up even higher, so if we increase the brightness, as you can see, it is incredibly bright. I mean, for a 10-watt LED panel, it's kind of how much light we're getting here. I'm moving it around to show you how harsh the light is, and it seems that it does cast a bit of shadows, but the diffuser is doing a pretty decent job to soften up some of these shadows that the light panel, and the light panel is just has two buttons on the controller, so it is super simple and easy to use. So here's kind of what these LEDs look like in terms of being able to set them at their lowest brightness, and as you can see, they are pretty harsh, so that's why the diffuser panel does a really good job in terms of softening up the light versus looking at these individual LEDs, which it comes with quite a few of these light gels. You have your kind of a blue, medium blue kind of a color there, as you can see the light going through it, and that's what the color output will be once you install the gel. So if we peel off the plastic layers that's on here, it basically has a light film type material underneath it, a darker type of red, and then here's a more pinkish type of red. So you can also combine a bunch of these together, which is a little bit different from the blue. Here's the blue and here's the purple. So yeah, there is a bit of a difference there. Then you also have a bunch of these other color options, such as light yellow versus medium or darker yellow. So as you can tell, there is a bit of a difference in the color light output between the two colors. And then finally green. So it's nice to see that they included quite a large assortment of all of these colored gels that you can easily slide into and out of, similar to the light diffuser. I've just added the light color gel right on top of the diffuser, and it blends in the color quite nicely, but it is a little bit of a firm fit, so it won't come out easily. So overall, I think this is a pretty nice 3-pack light set, which is rated at 5V 2 amp and gives you a 10-watt total power output. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. If we put this up to maximum brightness, it does emit quite a lot of light, and you'll have 30 watts of total light output. The diffuser does a really nice job, and the build quality is pretty nice, including the light stands, which are lightweight, but they do hold up well and they fold flat, so it's pretty easy and convenient to be able to take this for travel usage as well. But there is no carrying case, and the light stands do have a little bit of these sharp metal rods on the bottom, so that is a couple of the downsides to this particular set, but overall it is a really nice set.